You are looking at a very special hand, the hand of a woman who has experienced much, having gone through many hardships and ups and downs in life. The palm lines are winding, not following a smooth or straightforward path, yet they contain hidden strength and signs of a prosperous and abundant future. Although she has endured many disadvantages, this hand still carries the aura of someone who knows how to strive, how to overcome destiny, to rise above it. If you're also curious about what your fate holds, join me in exploring every detail on the palm, a reflection of one's life, personality, and even future. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any in-depth videos about physiognomy and palm reading. You can also send in pictures of your palm for a private consultation. Hello, and thank you for your trust. Today, I'm very happy to receive your palm reading request. You were born in 1967, so this year you are 58 years old. First, looking at your palm overall, the color and quality are very good. Both hands are thick and the lines are very clear. In my assessment, this is the hand of someone who has achieved success in life and who also identified their life direction quite early on. At this current stage, you already have career accomplishments and clear financial accumulations. When looking at this hand, one very prominent feature is that you have a very large thumb with a particularly plump lower phalanx. This is a sign of someone with a strong ego, a commanding presence, and leadership and directive abilities. When you are out in society conducting business, you are well liked by those around you. In combination with this hand, your pinky finger is also relatively long. This shows that you are someone who is skillful in communication and quite extroverted. Another special feature of the hand is that you possess a very long lifeline, which wraps around the Mount of Venus. The lower part of the lifeline even splits into two branches, resembling a fishtail. This is a sign of someone who, in their youth, should go far from home to work. You might be inclined toward jobs related to travel, transportation, or frequent movement. Even going abroad often or working far from your homeland will be more favorable for you. People who have a long and curved lifeline like this often enjoy good health and fortune throughout their lives. It's like a special form of protection. When facing health-related issues or setbacks, they tend to receive strong support. You yourself have gone through several periods related to health, notably around the age of 35. Additionally, at earlier ages, such as around 25, you also experienced health incidents. It might have been due to something that happened while you were out, such as unexpected accidents, sudden collisions, or external impacts. However, everything has been overcome. I personally have a lifeline that becomes very long as it develops, which indicates that I almost always escape calamities safely. Another sign is that I possess 3 wrist lines. This is one of the signs of noble traits, 3 clear and long wrist lines. When combining the wrist line trait with the long lifeline, it suggests that you will have a relatively long lifespan and will not encounter too many health problems. There is something else extremely interesting on your palm. You have a very long and distinct fate line. As I mentioned earlier, this is one of the signs of someone who has identified big life goals and ambitions early on. The path you follow is very clear, not vague or lost like many others. You have a strong sense of self, with clear determination and perseverance to overcome life's challenges. This hand has very distinct fate and career lines, representing a person with a tendency to take charge. Additionally, there is a mark, a diagonal line on the Mount of Jupiter. This is a sign of someone who is very good at planning, capable of building strong foundations in their work. These individuals enjoy making plans and are highly skilled in organizing and managing tasks. If they work in government-related sectors, such as police or the military, they are relatively well-suited due to their strong personality, discipline, and strict nature. Because of that, they can absolutely achieve career advancement, especially in state-related jobs. If they pursue business, they will be excellent at arranging and organizing and will know how to manage and lead others. As a result, their path in wealth, reputation, and career will also be very smooth. The mounts on my palm are very prominent and not heavily intersected. In particular, one mount on this hand, the Mount of Mercury, stands out significantly. This indicates someone who currently has very good financial fortune. Additionally, there are many wealth lines running in favorable directions, showing that this person tends to generate multiple sources of income and may be highly talented. Furthermore, I also have a very clear and long headline. This reflects a person who is straightforward, practical, and highly perfectionistic. This is one of the palm types that shows a very good later life, with good health and longevity. With my many years of experience reading thousands of palms from all over the world, this is one of the palm types that indicates a long life, at least 90 years or more. This is an extremely auspicious sign, showing that this hand is truly remarkable. In addition, this hand also features a very distinct heart line that branches at the end, forming a shape similar to a fishtail. The headline, upon closer inspection, also splits into two branches. Therefore, with all three major lines, a fish-tailed lifeline, fish-tailed headline, and fish-tailed heartline, this clearly indicates someone with a prosperous later life. However, this hand also suggests a youth filled with ventures and a tendency to enjoy freedom. Because of this, success does not come too quickly, and this person will have to go through many challenges in order to grow and mature. Success doesn't arrive easily, but you had already identified the right direction and path very early on. Therefore, you absolutely have the potential to achieve great success in life. In addition, on this hand, the fingers are close together, straight, and neatly aligned. This indicates that you have a good family life, and your romantic relationships are also quite favorable. On this hand, the heart line is not heavily intersected, showing that you are a practical person when it comes to emotions. Sometimes, within the family, you take on and manage many responsibilities, which at times can make the home atmosphere a bit stifling. However, at your core, you are someone who takes good care of your family, lives kindly, and is well loved by those around you. Your spouse, the life companion by your side, may be a great support to you. Emotionally, this hand shows a person with a fairly good love life. Overall, there are very few negative signs on the palm. As long as you remain determined and persistent in your work, success is sure to come. This hand has many signs related to wealth. Beyond the career and fate lines, there are also triangle shapes appearing along the headline. This reflects accumulation and the ability to build up financial assets. However, it's not entirely without negative signs. On the current heart line, there are some small, fine lines pointing downward, indicating that you have experienced considerable emotional pressure in the past, especially within your marriage. Nevertheless, the heart line is still very beautiful and shows no signs indicating divorce or separation in the marital relationship. Another special point is that you possess an M-shaped hand. People with M-shaped hands often have a high level of independence. In life, they dislike relying on others. If there's something they can do themselves, they will get right to it without depending on anyone. These individuals may be a bit stubborn at times, but fundamentally, they are very intelligent and have a strong drive for progress. The M-shaped hand is one of the palm types associated with people who are highly likely to achieve great success in life. Although they must go through many difficulties and challenges, the results they achieve are entirely deserved. On this hand, there is a fortunate sign, a chain-like pattern appearing just below the little finger. This is a positive sign, showing that in later years, this person will receive support and help from their children. Moreover, the little finger is also very straight, representing that the children will develop well and have the ability to support their parents. This hand also indicates the possibility of having both sons and daughters, with a total of 2 or more children. While it is not possible to determine the exact number, based on the palm shape and the presence of many wealth lines, it can be somewhat inferred that this person has many children and that all the children will grow up well. In addition, the Mount of Venus on the palm is quite prominent and not heavily intersected, indicating that the person possesses good health. Although already around 58 years old, the hand color remains rosy and the mounts are clearly raised, showing that this person enjoys much fortune and blessings, especially with an increasingly prosperous later life. There is also a very special sign, the appearance of a deep line at a specific location. This is one of the lines representing grace and virtue, symbolizing strong spiritual protection. When this person faces difficulties or is harmed by someone, the law of karma tends to act swiftly on the wrongdoer, while the person themselves, as long as they live righteously, will always be protected and need not fear anything. Another spiritual sign also appears clearly on the palm. From the lifeline, there are upward lines. These are called intuition lines. They are often found on people who are sensitive, with a strong ability to perceive and judge situations. Sometimes they can even sense upcoming events, almost like possessing a sixth sense. This person also tends to be spiritually inclined and enjoys healing others. If working in fields related to people, healing, or supporting others, it would be very suitable for someone with this type of hand. Notably, this left hand is basically not much different from the right hand, which shows stability in personality and destiny. At the end of your wrist, in the middle area beneath the mount of earth, mount of moon, there is a mole. This is considered a noble sign, representing great protection from ancestors or spiritual forces watching over you. Moreover, the fate line on the palm has a broken segment in the middle area, likely between the ages of 30 and 35. This indicates a period when you were likely to change jobs or make a significant career shift. However, that very change brought you better sources of income or notable achievements. At this area on the fate line, there is also an upward line, indicating quickness and sharpness. In your younger years, you may have used your language abilities to earn a living. You are talkative, love freedom, and with a hand like this, working in business or trade would be very suitable, even bringing in considerable wealth. Looking at both hands, they show many positive signs. This year, you will not experience too many disruptions. The hands indicate a long life, financial abundance, a peaceful existence, and support from those around you. These are signs of a fulfilling later life. That concludes the full palm reading analysis. If you're watching this video, I wish you great success and a truly fulfilling life. Thank you very much.